Okay, in this next video, what I'm going to do is actually leave the spotlight for the time being and perhaps start concentrating on those lamps near the wall. So, before I do that, I might actually go back to the modeling, and that ledge there that you see, I might just slightly lift that up a little bit. So, go back. So again, as you're doing lighting and materials, textures, colors, whatever, of course it doesn't mean that you can't go back and fix up or keep making your models. Again, it's the interplay or the coordination between modeling, lighting, materials, textures, arrangement, all those different aspects ultimately contribute to make a successful 3D environment. Okay, so that's not too bad. I think I'll keep it there. So what I'll do is, looking at this light, there's going to be a couple of things we need to do. First, we need to make sure that that area around the light is illuminated. So what I'm going to do is choose a different sort of light now, a point light, and move it into place. Now, what you find with a point light is that it's a light that it doesn't really matter how you rotate it, because it evenly sends out or illuminates in all different directions equally. So it's the opposite in a sense to the directional light. But when you move it, you can get a little bit more control with that. So what I'll do, so let's just go to the top view, is I'll position that point light near the top of, or halfway in between, near the top, close to the wall of that light fixture, just to start working out how to illuminate that part of the wall. Okay, that's the first step. There's a few steps associated with this. Let's just zoom out and see what we've got. Okay, there it is. But what has also happened is that point light has affected that whole area, so it's much brighter than it was before. So what I need to do now is go to that point light and open its attributes. So if I scroll down, we come to this parameter called decay rate. Now by default, the decay rate has no decay, meaning the light or the illumination of that light is basically going on forever. So what I'm going to do is go to the first level of decay, which is a linear decay, and you can see in the preview that it has darkened the environment. So if I render now, you can see it's a little bit darker, but there's more illumination near that light fitting. So what I'm going to do is play around with those settings a little bit. So maybe have less intensity, render. Okay, but what I might also do is go and reduce the intensity of those directional lights, the key and the fill lights, because they're going to have an impact on the other lights. So when you're making an adjustment with one light, you might find you need to go back, and because it impacts on the other lights, you need to go back and make any subsequent adjustments for those. So let's just see what we're getting. It's not too bad. I might actually go back to the spotlight now and increase the intensity, but I might, let's see what I can do with the spotlight. I might reduce its cone angle so it covers a less of an area. and maybe a little bit more drop off. Let's see what that does. Okay, that's not too bad, but I'll increase the intensity again. Get quite nerve-wracking, as you can imagine, but once you start blocking out the lighting and getting close to what you need to, things begin to fall into place.